Hello, welcome to our rhythm Aqsaak. Now this rhythm is in 9/8 and we didn't cover this in class, but I did want to give you a rhythm that you learn how to develop. And what I mean by developing is that you keep adding layers, kind of like the Moroccan rhythm we were doing. You add layers and you have different variations of the song. So that way when you're playing the song, you have the freedom to switch from one to the other just based on how you're feeling, and you can take little parts of one or little parts of another. And so it's really important to practice this skill if you want to feel like you're going from a rhythm is a very strict, you only play this for the rhythm, to more the rhythm has a vibe to it and you're trying to keep the vibe of that rhythm, that groove alive, while you're adding variations to keep it fresh and to make it breathe and to add your own beauty as a musician. So Aqsaak, we'll go over piece by piece. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 variations. You can go down the line, but once you master all of these, then you can just kind of pick and choose, and you have to practice switching a lot. So the first step is learning all the lines and being able to play them. The next step is then being able to switch from one to the other. And then the final step is feeling comfortable with the piece enough that you can just choose which one to go to. And that takes a while. That might take up to 6 months or a year to do that. But here is the main pattern. So it's in 9. So it goes doom, pa, doom, pa, pa, doom, pa, doom, pa, 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 pa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doom, pa, pa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doom, pa, pa, doom, pa. Let's do one more time. Make sure you have this pattern down before you move on to the next pattern. You can watch this whole video, but as you're practicing through, try to do that where you stop at each pattern so you can really learn it. Next pattern, add some tekkas in there in the space. So it goes like this. Doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa, tekka pa. Doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa, tekka pa. Doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa, tekka pa. Doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa, tekka pa. You feel how 9 is a little bit different. I love 9. It's my favorite rhythm. Doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa, tekka pa. All right, next we're going to add a katik tika in on after those last 2 pas. So it goes like this. Doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa, katik tika pa. Katik tika pa. So first thing is you want to just practice that. Pa, katik tika pa. Pa, katik tika pa. Make sure you have that in your hands. And then doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa, katik tika pa. So it's a fast katik tika. So if your katik tikas are slower, then just slow down the rhythm. Doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa, katik tika pa. Okay, so slow down, but I want to show you kind of up to speed, but I will slow it down a little bit so it's not crazy. Here's how it sounds. Doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa, katik tika pa. Doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa. Doom tekka pa, tekka doom tekka pa. Up to speed a little more like this. I had to move quickly. Ka tik tika pa. I have to really dig that pa in to be able to get it there in time. So if you feel yourself like, bring in the energy right in that moment, that's how it's supposed to feel. Because sometimes when you're playing drums, there's like moments where you have to like really bring the energy. So just know that that's a thing. You know, if you're feeling relaxed the whole time, that's great. But there are moments where in rhythms where you're like trying to like bring the energy, and that's how rolls feel too, is they just feel like you're really putting the energy out there. All right, so the next one is the trickiest, okay? This one goes from katiktikas into takadimis. And this is an amazing one to practice because it helps integrate going from a katiktika, which is in this position, into the takadimi, where you have to switch your positions with your hand. And so it teaches you to do that really fast, okay? So the rhythm's really slow, goes like this. Doom, katiktika taka, dimi, doom, katiktika taka, dimi, pa. Or ta, actually, ta on the end. Doom, katiktika taka, dimi, doom, katiktika taka, dimi, ta. Okay? So we change that pa to a left hand because this hand is already doing takadimis. So let's give it a try, nice and slow. Doom, katiktika taka, dimi. Now notice that my brace, because it's so fast, I can't do a full brace. So what I end up doing is this sort of, I just do ka, tick, tick, ka, and I really press that finger in and I push my other fingers in. Not so much that you're bending the pitch of your drum, but I am holding the drum, takadimi. And then the takadimi I can't do quite as strongly as maybe other takadimis because there's definitely a balance point where I'm going to push my drum back into my face, which I'm trying to avoid. So just know that you have to alter it in order to make it happen. So we've got doom, katiktika taka, dimi, doom, katiktika taka, dimi, ta. Then I have to reach in at the end. Doom, katiktika taka, dimi, doom, katiktika taka, dimi, ta. Notice when I do my ta, when I play the doom, I'm coming back and bringing my ka hand. So I want you to watch my ka hand down here. So I just did the ta, and then I play a doom, and I'm coming, and I play that doom, I'm preparing to play a ka. Doom, katiktika taka, dimi, doom, katiktika taka, dimi, ta. Now this might feel super challenging, like maybe one of the most challenging things we've done other than maybe singing Moroccan or Eshu, but as far as rhythmic on the drum. So I really recommend you practice this one a lot because it's going to teach you a lot and it's going to really ingrain these ornamentations, the takadimis and the katiktikas, okay? Drum may feel super wobbly at first, but eventually that'll even out to feeling more control. You have more control over your instrument. All right, so then the next one is a little simpler. It goes doom, and it just says tekka, and those little tekkas are just unaccented. They're like little tekkas, and then the other ones can be more accented. So we've got doom tekka tekka pa tekka tekka, doom tekka tekka pa tekka tekka pa, doom tekka tekka pa tekka tekka, doom tekka tekka pa tekka tekka pa. That one, I don't know, felt challenging to me just now, but I think it's because my brain was still thinking about katiktika taka dimis. All right, and then the very final one is to do rolls between, okay? And remember we practiced those rolls with our finger, just those crazy rolls like that, just to add fanciness. If if you're still doing slow rolls, like you have to go one and then the other, that's okay. Just do it as fast as you can. So that sounds like this. Doom, roll, tech, roll, doom, roll, tech, roll, tech, doom, roll, tech, roll, doom, roll, tech, roll, tech. One thing you want to think about when doing rolls is you want your roll to extend all the way to the tech, or whatever the stroke is after it. So when I start it, I go doom, roll, right to that tech, because then if you have a gap, it's not bad, but it's not as good, right? So really try to get that roll to extend all the way to the next stroke, and you'll hear the difference. It's like the roll leads up to the stroke. All right, so that is Aqsaak. It's a Middle Eastern rhythm in 9. Enjoy, and if you have any questions, please write them in the comments. All right, bye-bye.